Anticipation is building. Anticipation is building. What does that mean? Do you know? Well, building here means increasing. Okay? It's increasing. What does anticipation mean? It means excitement. Okay? So excitement is increasing. Anticipation is building. Anticipation means you're looking forward to something. Right? You're anticipating something. Okay, so look at this example sentence. Canada is hosting the World Cup in less than a year. Anticipation is building. All right, so now you know, right? Anticipation is increasing. People are getting more excited about the World Cup in less than a year. So yeah, it's increasing. Okay, any kind of a feeling could build, right? We could say fear is building in the population. Maybe, I don't know, maybe the population of your country is scared of something, right? You could say fear is building, or worry is building, anxiety is building, excitement is building. Okay, so, a feeling can build inside you, right? So this is a pretty common word in English, anticipation. It means kind of to look forward to something. All right, look at this example. After months of anticipation, the holiday was a bit of a disappointment, actually. Okay, so, maybe this is you. Maybe you're excited about your upcoming vacation in... Which country are you going to, guys? Maybe you're going to Italy or the Bahamas or Azerbaijan. I've never met a single person in my life who's gone on vacation to Azerbaijan. Have you ever gone on vacation to Azerbaijan? I don't know. That might be okay. I don't know anything about the country. So after months of anticipation, the holiday was a bit of a disappointment, actually. Okay, so do you understand what this sentence means? Let's go to the next example. She was waiting in anticipation for him to pop the question. Ooh, what does this sentence mean? Guys, are we recording? Yes, we are. Thank you so much for joining me today. So she was waiting in anticipation. What's she excited about, guys? She's waiting with excitement for him to pop the question. That means ask her to marry him. Okay, that's when a man pulls out a ring, maybe gets down on one knee and says, "Will you marry me?" And she says, "No. Get out of my life, you idiot." Is that what you would say? What would you say if someone popped the question? Okay, so she was waiting in anticipation for him to pop the question. Yeah, she was excited. She probably knew it was coming. Maybe they're on a vacation. Maybe they're going on a holiday or something. And she thinks he might ask her to marry him. So she's waiting with anticipation, right? So very often you see these words in and with before the word anticipation. Okay, so look at this example. The city was filled with anticipation before kickoff. All right, so kickoff means the beginning of a soccer game. All right, so imagine if your city is hosting the World Cup final. The city was filled with anticipation before kickoff, right? Now, you could also say this. The city waited in anticipation, for the kickoff. It's basically the same thing, right? Waited in anticipation. So sometimes in English there are kind of more than one way to say something, and both ways mean basically the same thing. Okay, or look at this example. The city waited in anticipation of the kickoff. So here we added the word of. The city waited in anticipation of the kickoff. Again, that basically means the same thing. Okay, it's just some different words. But in anticipation of doesn't really mean excitement. It doesn't mean the word excitement. If anticipation is alone, if it's by itself, then it does mean excitement. Okay, like the woman waiting in anticipation, for her boyfriend or fiance, or I don't know, whatever. Well, if it's this way, in anticipation of, then it doesn't really mean this. I'll give you an example. Okay. Engineers reinforced the dam in anticipation of higher than normal rainfall. Okay. So what does this mean? Are the engineers, do you know what an engineer is? Engineer is a person who designs buildings, builds things, right? So if you have a dam is a thing that holds back water. Okay. So, I'm sure dams are built by engineers. They're designed by engineers, right? So, are the engineers excited about the higher than normal rainfall? No, they're not excited about it. So what does this mean? They're anticipating it. This means that they are expecting this. So this has nothing to do with how they feel about it. They're probably not happy about it. Or I don't know. We don't know how they're feeling. Maybe they are excited. Who knows? Maybe they're excited because they get extra money. Maybe the city's going to pay them more. We don't know what their feeling is. This does nothing to do with their feeling. It has to do with what they're thinking is going to happen. Okay? So engineers reinforce the dam in anticipation of higher than normal rainfall. It means they were expecting the higher than normal rainfall. Now, why are there these little hyphens between these three words? Higher than normal. If you know, smash that like button. If you don't know, well, I'm gonna teach you right now. So this is an adjective, right? This is like these three words make up kind of a compound adjective describing the noun rainfall, right? What kind of rainfall is it? Is it normal rainfall? Normal is an adjective, right? Is it normal? Yeah, it could be normal. It could be less than normal. But in this case, it's higher than normal. Okay, so in English, we don't really have one adjective to describe this. We use three words. So if an adjective is made up of multiple words, we put a little thing called a hyphen in between the words. You don't need to put those there. It wouldn't change the meaning of the sentence. If we took those out, probably most people would not use hyphens in this situation. But it's good to, and also you can hear it when I read it, right? You can hear that these three words have a special relationship together because I say them fast, back to back, right? So listen as I read this. Engineers reinforce the dam in anticipation of higher than normal rainfall. Okay, higher than normal. It's almost like one word. Higher than normal, right? So I don't know. It's not super important, but that's why those are there. Yeah. So there you can see an example of that. It just means something you're expecting to happen. So how you use this in anticipation of, you start with an action, okay? It's something you're going to do. Why? Because you believe something is going to happen. You're expecting something to happen over here. So, the engineers, what did they do? They reinforced the dam in anticipation of the thing they were expecting to happen, the higher than normal rainfall. So look at this example. I cleaned my house in anticipation of your visit. Okay? So what did I do? What was my action? I cleaned my house, right? Why? Because I was expecting your visit. Okay? You're very special to me. I love you very much, so I wanted to clean my house, have a nice clean house, for you. And so I cleaned my house in anticipation of your visit. Okay? So can you think of any examples in your life where you could use this? Think about something you would do, you're right? It's an action in anticipation of something that's going to happen. Okay, here's another example. Companies are stockpiling Chinese goods in anticipation of Trump's tariffs. Okay, companies are stockpiling. What does that mean? That means they're saving up a lot of products. Goods means things, products, Chinese goods. So they're like storing them up. A lot of them. We need more. We need a lot of these Chinese goods. Why? Why are they doing this? In anticipation of Trump's tariffs. So this means that Trump's tariffs have not taken effect yet, but companies are expecting this to happen. And so they need to save up as much stuff while the prices are lower. Because there are no tariffs right now, right? And so that's what this sentence would mean. I'm not talking about real news. I don't know what the tariffs are right now, guys. But just in this example, Trump is always threatening tariffs. I'm going to put 500% tariffs on you and you. So companies might stockpile goods in anticipation of the tariffs. Does that make sense? That's common sense, right? Like, imagine if the government were to tell you, next month, we are going to put 100% tax on chocolate. You'd be running to the store. I gotta buy all the chocolate from Walmart, and you go to the next store, you buy all their chocolate, and you put it in your house. You fill all your cupboards with chocolate, right? Why? It's because you want to save money. You want to buy as much chocolate as you can now, because next month there's going to be 100% tax on chocolate. Okay? So when people see something coming in the future, right? When they're expecting something, they take action here. Why? In anticipation of that. Okay? So you could say, I'm stockpiling chocolate in my cupboards. I'm stockpiling chocolate in anticipation of the government's chocolate tax. Right? You can use this in any situation, guys. In anticipation of. Right? So, I don't know, guys, that's it from me. Let's do some homework. I want you to make a sentence with in anticipation of. Okay, or you can use just the word anticipation if you want. If you want to use it as meaning excited about something, right? Maybe you could say I'm waiting in anticipation for. Okay, there would be the word for something to happen. That means you're excited about that. I'm waiting in anticipation for my, sister to come visit or something. But yeah, like I said, sometimes these words in English, sometimes you can use different words and they basically mean the same thing. I'm waiting with anticipation. I'm waiting in anticipation. Okay, but yeah, anyway, you can go back and look at those examples that I gave you in this lesson. I don't want it to be too long. Thank you guys for joining me. As always, I love you very much. I look forward to reading your homework sentences down there in the comments. Hope you're having a great day. And as always, I'll see you over in the next episode of Mad English TV. Take care.